I am the pastor's wife at Eastside Apostolic and have been so for about 6 years. Well, we've known Brother Surstead for many years, go back to Bible quizzing trips when my husband and I were coaching in Vancouver, and Brother Surstead was the regional director. So we had a lot of fun times with him personally, but came to be acquainted with Daystar Ministries when he came to a Minister and Wives conference and did a little promotion for what God has called him into. And we were very excited to hear about the resources that he had available. My husband contacted Brother Surstead with some needs that had come to our attention. And so my husband reached out to him and asked if he could come. And he started coming on a regular basis. It was wonderful to be able to hear the feedback from the people that he was meeting with on the way that he was able to help them and keep conversation very Bible-based. I had one person tell me it's very difficult to argue with a counselor when they bring it back to the Bible. And so we're very appreciative of him keeping it Bible-based. So it's not his opinion, it's what his scriptures say. Before Brother Surstead started coming and doing marriage checkups, my husband and I personally went through a marriage checkup so we could explain what that would look like to our congregation. And so he helped us to realize the strengths and the weaknesses that we had interacting with each other. And so we could pull out our profiles and be able to talk with each other about things that we needed. And so that helped me to realize the impact that Daystar had for my husband. Dealing with some of these situations that we have no basis for. Both of our parents have been married for, one's been married over 50 years, one's approaching 50 years. We don't have the expertise for blended families and those kind of things, abuse situations that so many people are faced with today. And we don't have any point of reference to be able to help with those type of situations. And so it can become very stressful on the pastor or pastor's wife with people with very, very difficult needs that you're not able to meet. You have no idea what to say. And so thankfully, I definitely could see the stress relieving for my husband when Brother Surstead was able to step in and be able to minister to these people and help them, and we would see them improving and becoming stronger and more confident in their walk with God and with their marriage with each other. Well, my husband and I have been married 25 years. We have a fantastic marriage. And that was actually confirmed by Brother Surstead in the rating thing. He said, I don't see this very often, but we have a marriage that would rate #1 on his profile. Just because we've got a #1 marriage doesn't mean that we don't have issues that we need to work through. And so the issues that we had, we knew we had, and it was just confirmed by him. One of the little things that was a real benefit to us, my husband and I are both very much people. We enjoy entertaining, enjoy having people in our home. For me, it's a very energizing thing to have people in our home. We love it. We have company all the time. But one thing that I would get frustrated about is sometimes we would have a house full of company and all of a sudden my husband would disappear and I would not understand. This happened one time many years ago and we had people in our home that I didn't even know, and he just had to head upstairs and I would get really frustrated with that. Well, going through the personality profile, Brother Surstead helped me to realize that sometimes just my husband's personality type, he's got to go and get away for a few minutes to be able to recharge, reset, then he can come back and be engaged. And so it was a wonderful thing. Sometimes if I forget it, I just pull up my profile and go, okay, that's why I don't need to be frustrated. It's just who he is, and I need to be thankful. That's how God created him, and that's why we've got a team and a marriage, and we work together. And as long as we can focus on those things and not get frustrated with how God created them and just realize this is them. I don't need to be frustrated with it. I just need to work with it. And it helps us to be more understanding of one another. Oh, I have done this numerous times. And I'm so thankful to be able to offer a resource to people. We are often faced with situations that honestly can sometimes be very shocking. And we want to help. But we have to realize that we are in a body of believers, and we don't have to be the be-all to end-all for everybody. And so I'm so thankful that we can know where our strengths and weaknesses are. My husband has a saying about trusting in subject matter experts. And so we don't have to know everything. God has allowed Brother Surstead to go through the training to be able to help in a variety of situations. And so I have told numerous friends on a very regular basis, whether it's at quizzing trips or a minister and wives retreats or a friend calls on the phone. And I said, you know what, you just need to call Brother Surstead. He takes care of all of that stuff for us. And so I'm very thankful. And then there again, if I know someone is meeting with him, let's say from our own congregation, and they come to me with a need, I can feel empowered to say words like, you know, I really don't know how to answer that, but have you contacted Brother Surstead, just to remind them that he is there. And so, and then we sometimes have other people that will let us know, you know what, I need a checkup with Brother Surstead. So once people start meeting with him, it's not something that he's going to meet with them forever. There is a goal to be able to get them healthy and to be able to stand on their 2 feet. But I am so thankful that he is there should that need ever arise. And sometimes we have situations that come up that are triggers. And all of a sudden we find ourselves back where we're needing help again. And I'm so thankful that he is there. And he's not going anywhere. And I'm very thankful that we can refer people to him. We had some that jumped at the chance to be able to have someone that they could meet with and talk with on a consistent basis. We've had others that it's taken time to warm up, to watch him, and I think to observe other couples, because I've found in our congregation at least that people are pretty open about saying that they're meeting with him. It's not something that's hidden. It's not something that, you know, we publish, but the people themselves say, I met with Brother Surstead and he's been able to help me. So I think word of mouth has gotten around. And so there are some people that, because of past experiences, maybe how they have been raised, that we just need to pray and not go to see a counselor. Whatever reason it might be that they have a little bit of trepidation, that they've been watching those that jumped at the chance right away. And so we've seen both, and we have seen immediate results. I think just people having someone that can sit and listen, be able to tell them they're not alone, that they understand what they're going through, that the emotions that they're feeling, they're not weird, that it is a very normal response because of situations that they have been in. It's been a wonderful experience having Daystar come to our church. Well, I can say that I pray that some will meet with Brother Surstead. Okay. Because I know the benefit that it can be. And if people would allow themselves to be vulnerable, to say, hey, I need help, be willing to take the time, the investment of time. Marriage takes work. And you want to see everyone have a successful one. I think it's also helped to, hearing the feedback people have about how he answers with a biblical answer. That is one way that I know that the Lord is able to speak. And when praying for people, if the Lord gives a scripture, I'm less hesitant to share it. His word is quick and it's powerful and it's sharper than any two-edged sword. And I'm very thankful that his word is alive. And no matter the situation, your daily Bible reading can jump out with one part of a verse that can minister to someone. And so when coupling prayer with the word, to be able to share that with people and know that it's effective in Brother Sursted's ministry. And so if God is wanting to use me by chance in a situation, to just step out and be able to share that with others. Pastors, I know finances are tight, but I can't think of a better investment than into the marriages and families of your congregation. Strong marriages make strong families, and strong families make strong churches. And I can honestly say I would rather put in a few pennies in our pocket to see marriages strengthened and families stay together.